Imagine being retired, sitting in your favorite chair, and suddenly realizing your house is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. But you can't touch it unless you sell. That's the problem millions of seniors face. You've built equity for years, but it's locked away. So here's the big question. Can a reverse mortgage unlock that money for you without losing your home? Stick around, because the truth about reverse mortgages may surprise you. Number 1. What is a reverse mortgage really? A reverse mortgage is a special type of home loan designed for people, usually age 62 or older. Unlike a regular mortgage where you pay the bank each month, with a reverse mortgage the bank pays you. You're tapping into the equity you've built in your home and turning it into cash. Think of it like this. Imagine your house is a piggy bank you've been filling for decades. A reverse mortgage lets you crack it open without selling the piggy bank itself. For example, if your house is worth $300,000 and you still owe $50,000, you've got $250,000 in equity. A reverse mortgage lets you access part of that money while still living in your home. Number 2. Who actually qualifies for a reverse mortgage? Not everyone can get one. You usually need to be at least 62 years old. The house has to be your primary residence. That means you live there most of the year. You also need enough equity built up. The lender will check if you can keep paying property taxes, insurance, and basic maintenance. If you skip those, the loan can default. For example, Mary is 70 years old, owns her home outright, and lives in it full-time. She's an ideal candidate. But her neighbor Jack, who rents out his house and lives in Florida half the year, would not qualify. Number 3. How do you get the money? Here's where it gets interesting. With a reverse mortgage, you have options. You can get a lump sum payment. You can set up monthly payments like a steady income stream. Or you can open a line of credit you can draw on when needed. Imagine you want a safety net. A line of credit works like an emergency fund. The unused portion can even grow over time, giving you access to more money later. On the other hand, if you want to pay off medical bills today, a lump sum may be better. Number 4. Do you have to pay it back while living there? Here's the twist. You don't make monthly payments like a traditional mortgage. The loan balance grows over time because interest and fees get added each month. You pay it back when you move out, sell the house, or pass away. For example, let's say you borrow $100,000. 10 years later, with interest, the balance might be $140,000. When your home is sold, that's what gets paid back. But here's some relief. Reverse mortgages are what's called non-recourse loans. That means you or your heirs will never owe more than the home is worth, even if the loan balance ends up higher. Number 5. What are the real benefits? The biggest benefit is cash flow. If you're on a fixed income and bills keep piling up, a reverse mortgage can ease the pressure. You also stay in your home. No need to downsize or move away from the neighborhood you love. And there's flexibility. Some people use the money to cover healthcare, others to travel, some to simply breathe easier each month. For example, Susan, age 68, used her reverse mortgage payments to cover rising prescription costs. It let her stop worrying about whether she could afford her medicine each month. Number 6. What are the risks you must know about? This is where many people get blindsided. Because you're not making payments, the loan balance grows. That means less equity is left for your heirs. Also, you still have to pay property taxes, homeowner's insurance, and maintain the home. Miss those, and you could lose the house. And fees. Reverse mortgages can come with higher upfront costs compared to regular loans. Things like closing costs, insurance premiums, and servicing fees. For example, John thought the bank would take care of everything. But when he stopped paying his property taxes, he lost the home. That's a risk too many people ignore. Number 7. What happens when you pass away or move out? When you no longer live in the home, the reverse mortgage comes due. Usually, your heirs can either sell the home to pay off the loan or refinance it if they want to keep it. Here's an example. Mary had a reverse mortgage with a $120,000 balance when she passed. Her son sold the house for $200,000. He paid off the loan and kept the remaining $80,000. But if the house had sold for only $100,000, the lender would have taken the loss. Her son wouldn't owe the difference. That's the non-recourse protection we talked about. Number 8. Are there alternatives worth considering? Yes. Before jumping into a reverse mortgage, Compare your options. You could sell and downsize to a smaller home. That frees up equity without taking on debt. You could consider a home equity loan or line of credit. These usually have lower fees but require monthly payments. Or you might explore government programs like state assistance for seniors to cover property taxes or healthcare. For example, Bob considered a reverse mortgage but instead sold his large home, bought a smaller condo, and pocketed the difference. That gave him cash without a growing loan balance. Number 9. What do the numbers say about who uses reverse mortgages? Research shows that many seniors who take reverse mortgages do so to cover everyday expenses. According to HUD data, most borrowers are in their late 60s to mid-70s. Interestingly, studies show that many borrowers use the money for medical bills or to pay off existing mortgages. For some, it's the only way to stay in their homes. Imagine you're 72 years old, living on Social Security, and your monthly expenses are higher than your check. A reverse mortgage can be the bridge that keeps you afloat. Number 10. How can you protect yourself if you're considering one? Education is key. By law, you must go through counseling with a HUD-approved advisor before taking a reverse mortgage. This helps you understand the costs and responsibilities. You should also involve your family. Heirs need to know how the loan will affect them. And always compare lenders. Not all reverse mortgages are equal. Some offer better terms, lower fees, or more flexible payout options. For example, comparing two lenders could save you thousands in upfront costs. That's money that stays in your pocket. Number 11. Is a reverse mortgage right for you? This is the million-dollar question. The answer depends on your goals. If you want to stay in your home, need extra income, and don't mind reducing the inheritance for your kids, it could be a smart move. But if leaving the house to your children debt-free is your top priority, you may want to avoid it. It's all about balance. Reverse mortgages are not one-size-fits-all. They are tools. And like any tool, used correctly, they can help. Used carelessly, they can hurt. Number 12. How much money can you actually get? The amount you receive from a reverse mortgage depends on three key things: your age, the value of your home, and current interest rates. The older you are, the more money you can usually access. Why? Because the lender expects the loan to be repaid sooner. For example, a 62-year-old might qualify for less than a 75-year-old with the same home value. So two neighbors with similar homes can get very different amounts based on age and interest rates. Number 13. What types of reverse mortgages exist? There are three main types. The most common is the Home Equity Conversion Mortgage, or HECM, which is backed by the Federal Housing Administration. Then there are proprietary reverse mortgages, offered by private lenders. These are often used for higher-value homes. Lastly, there are single-purpose reverse mortgages, usually provided by nonprofits or local government agencies for specific uses like paying property taxes or repairs. For example, a city program might offer a single-purpose reverse mortgage to seniors who need to fix their roof but can't afford it. Number 14. Can you lose your home with a reverse mortgage? Yes, and this is one of the scariest risks. If you stop paying property taxes, insurance, or let your home fall into disrepair, the lender can foreclose. This doesn't happen because you borrowed money. It happens because you broke the agreement to maintain the property and keep up with essential costs. For example, if Tom forgets to pay his homeowner's insurance, the lender could call the loan due and take the house. That's why budgeting for these costs is critical before you sign. Number 15. How do reverse mortgage fees work? Many people are shocked by the costs. You may have an origination fee, mortgage insurance premiums, closing costs, and servicing fees. These are often rolled into the loan balance, meaning you don't pay them up front, but it reduces the equity left for you later. For example, if fees total $9,000, that $9,000 gets added to your loan balance immediately. That's why comparing lenders and understanding the full cost is so important. Number 16. How does a reverse mortgage affect your benefits? This is something many seniors overlook. Money from a reverse mortgage does not affect Social Security or Medicare, but it could impact needs-based programs like Medicaid or supplemental security income. For example, if you take a lump sum and park it in your bank account, it could push your assets above Medicaid limits. That might make you ineligible until the money is spent down. Number 17. What about taxes on reverse mortgage money? Good news here. Money you receive from a reverse mortgage is not considered income by the IRS. It's treated as a loan advance, so it's tax-free. For example, if you get $2,000 per month from your reverse mortgage, you don't owe federal income tax on that money. But remember, property taxes on your home still need to be paid. Number 18. Can you sell your home if you have a reverse mortgage? Yes, you can. A reverse mortgage doesn't trap you forever. If you decide to move, you sell the home, use the proceeds to pay off the loan balance, and keep any remaining equity. For example, if your reverse mortgage balance is $100,000 and you sell your home for $250,000, you pay off the loan and keep $150,000. This flexibility is often overlooked. Number 19. How does inflation affect a reverse mortgage? Inflation can be a hidden factor. If living costs rise faster than your reverse mortgage payments, you may find the money doesn't stretch as far as you expected. For example, $1,000 per month today may feel comfortable, but 10 years later, that same $1,000 may not cover groceries and utilities. That's why many seniors choose a line of credit option, which can grow over time, helping offset inflation. Number 20. What role does counseling play? Before you can take a federally backed reverse mortgage, you must complete a counseling session with a HUD-approved counselor. This is not just a formality. The counselor explains the risks, costs, and responsibilities. For example, if Sarah wants to rush into a reverse mortgage, counseling might reveal that a home equity loan or downsizing is a better fit. It's like a reality check before signing a long-term commitment. You've now seen the good, the bad, and the misunderstood sides of reverse mortgages. It's not a magic solution, but for some people, it can be life-changing. The key is understanding the rules, weighing the pros and cons, and making a decision that fits your life. So here's my question for you. If you were retired right now, would you use your home equity to improve your lifestyle, or would you hold on to it to pass down to your family? Let me know in the comments.